Hi everyone, I'm Heinz and welcome back to another video from SIC Forex. I hope that you are having a fantastic week, and in this video I will show you how to backtest Gold Stuff EA for MQL5. Before we begin, if you enjoy any part of this video, I'm going to ask you to smash that like and subscribe button. Also, turn on the bell so that you never miss any of my future videos. Gold Stuff EA is available for both MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 and is available for purchase for only 50 USD, which I think is very reasonable for the amount of work that goes into programming an expert advisor. Now, before purchasing an expert advisor, I always recommend to test the demo first for yourself. So that is exactly what we'll be doing for this video. So when we take a look, you'll see that it has a lot of comments and that it has been specifically designed for trading gold. In the description, it says that the operation is based on opening orders running the gold stuff indicator. Now, the gold stuff indicator looks like a super trend indicator that tries to determine the overall trend in the market, meaning when the super trend is blue, the indicator will show buys for the expert advisor, and when it's red, it will show sells. Now, as you will see from the imagery, that it can produce a lot of signals. The other thing that is available is the signals. On the signals, you can see the real-time growth of the expert advisor on a MetaTrader 4 account run by the creator. As you will see, he made an initial deposit of 3,000 and the equity is currently at 35,000 with a 6,300 withdrawal. It is always important to withdraw your initial deposit once that opportunity is available. So let's take a look at the trading history. You will see even on a large account, he starts with a 0.01 lot and predominantly trades the Euro USD, the Aussie USD, and some New Zealand dollar in the past. Next, let's take a look at the settings for the expert advisor. Now, the expert advisor can be traded in a multitude of different ways, and after purchasing the expert advisor, you also get a set file from the author and a personal bonus. Now, before I consider to purchase the expert advisor, I am going to test the demo version on MetaTrader 5. The reason for doing this is going to give us a better idea if we should purchase the expert advisor. So after locating it on your marketplace, you can simply download the demo version directly to your tester. Now, the demo version you won't be able to run in the live market. However, you can do some comprehensive testing using the backtester function of the expert advisor. So I'm going to be testing against the recommended symbol, which is the XAU USD. I'm going to be using the hourly time frame and the custom period from the 10th of February until the 10th of December. Now, the delay is going to be a 5 millisecond delay, and the modeling is going to be based on every tick based on real ticks, which is the most comprehensive way of testing. The next big question is regarding the minimum deposit for trading gold. Now, because of the contract size that I have available for FBS, I have noticed that a deposit below 10,000 isn't possible, as the martingale or grid style system does need a large account balance. There are ways around this by adjusting the settings. However, for now, what we are going to do is run a default test in the visualization mode so that we can have a better understanding of how the expert advisor works in the market. By running a visual mode, it can often give you a good idea of what the bot would be like trading live. And the first thing that you will notice is that it places a large quantity of trades, meaning it is a very aggressive style expert advisor. Now, this can be very good as it already has generated $9.54 within a few hours of running. However, with great return, there is of course a higher probability of risk. The way that I would recommend trading this expert advisor is by adjusting it according to the specifications of your own risk appetite. And there are a multitude of different ways in which we can make the bot less aggressive and make it potentially a little bit safer to trade in the live market. So after a couple of hours, the bot has already generated $168 or $170 of return. However, running it in this mode is going to take a long time. So what I'd like to do next is test the default settings at a 0.01 lot size over the period from February until December for 2022. So because of the fact that it trades in both directions, it's able to generate a lot of trades and a lot of return very quickly. However, because of this, you will see that it goes into periods of large drawdown, using very large lots to get itself out of that predicament. So what you can notice from this, for this specific broker, if I had a smaller account balance, the account would have been blown. So if we take a closer look, you will see it is constantly generating trades in both directions and placing a lot of them. So after a couple of minutes, the testing has been completed and we see the major periods of drawdown and the fact that it doubled the account within a year, doubling the account with a fixed lot of 0.01. So if we take a look at the graph, you'll see there are these extended periods of drawdown. And then if we look at the bottom at the deposit load, you'll see it uses large lots to get out of that predicament. The reason for doing this is because of the settings on default. So let's take a closer look at these to have a deeper understanding of how to improve our trading results. Firstly, when it comes to open new series, that is for trading in the live market. The same with support manual orders. This is to be used when you enter in orders on your own and the bot will take care of the rest. The option of using a hedge is very important because that is if the bot takes both trades on buy and sell side, meaning it trades in both directions. For the default, I was using a 0.01 lot size with a money management set at false. Because of the O2 lot calculation of 1,000, it means for every $1,000 in the trading account, it will use a 0.01 lot size. So for an account balance with 10,000, like this trading example, it would have used a 0.1 lot. Under this, we have our lot multiplier function. The lot multiplier function is when the bot enters its grid trades. By taking the grid trades, it then starts with the 0.01 or 0.10 if money management is set to true. It takes that lot and multiplies it with 1.5. So these are the first two settings that you can adjust to make the bot less aggressive by either increasing the O2 lot free margin to a higher amount and decreasing the lot multiplier. So that is where I would start if I wanted to run it on a smaller account balance. So for example, if we were to select true and run it on default, it is using a 0.10 lot size. So it is generating a lot of return because of the large lot size used. However, this can be problematic and blow the account. So let's take a look at what we could potentially use as a O2 lot for the free margin. So for this algorithm or calculation, it is important to take your account balance and divide it by the quantity to calculate the lot that you want to use for your trading. The alternative option is to start with a 0.01 lot and leave the O2 money management function to false. Next, the lot multiplier is when the bot enters its grid function. We have our take profit and stop loss, which is self-explanatory. However, you will see that the stop loss is set at 0 for default. So I would recommend running an account or equity protector alongside the expert advisor. Then we have the option of closing trades on a reverse signal. So from the images of the indicator that is used, once an opposite signal is printed, it will close that series. Then we have a few filters, including our maximum spread and start and end hour. Below this, we have the drawdown reduction algorithm. Now, it has two ways of calculating number of orders and percent profit for the drawdown reduction algorithm to kick in. Now, you will see that on default, it is set to 6 numbers of orders and 1. The last important aspect for the grid is the distance settings between the grid orders. So it does have the option of using a dynamic distance after 6 trades. What this means is then the dynamic distance will start at 200 and the distance multiplier will be 1.2. Now that we have taken a closer look at the different options, let's see if we could potentially make the bot more profitable or less aggressive. To do this, we are going to make a few adjustments to the settings. So instead of using a 0.01 lot, I am going to adjust the O2 lot for the account balance. So I'm going to change this to 5,000, meaning our first initial lot size will be a 0.02. The lot multiplier at 1.5 will then, for the grid, take the 0.02 and multiply it by 1.5. On default, the take profit is set at 100 points, and that means it is 10 pips. For the start and end hour, I'm going to let it start new series for a specific time in the morning. So during Tokyo session, the bot will be opening new series and then closing them throughout the day. The other thing that I'd like to change is the number of orders before the drawdown algorithm kicks in. To my understanding, by changing this to 4, once it has reached the number of 4 orders in a grid, the drawdown reduction algorithm should kick in. Now, I am currently trading it on the hourly time frame, and I'm going to also adjust my maximum spread according to the specific broker. Now that we have made these adjustments by only allowing it to trade a few hours in the day, hopefully we can limit some of the drawdown and still have a healthy return. So now we have increased from a 0.01 lot to a 0.02 lot with a few other adjustments, including the drawdown reducing algorithm. You'll still see that it is very aggressive, and after a couple of weeks, it has already generated over $200 in return. So again, the backtesting for the expert advisor, because of the large quantity of deals, does take some time. So let's fast forward and take a look at the trading results. So even with this minor change in lot size, you will see that drawdown is still concurrent throughout the testing period. We were able to generate a total net profit of $4,506.36 by using the start and end hour from 1 until 5 So in other words, trading during the Tokyo session. The other important thing that we changed is our O2 lot for free margin calculation. Now, if we take a look at the gross and net profit, that 4,506 is still a very high equity drawdown of 7,400. So it is important to note that the bot is very aggressive. Out of the 1,000 trades, it was able to win over 739, meaning an average consecutive win rate of 3 and an average consecutive loss of 1. The largest profit trade was 552 and the largest loss 455 and 10 cents, giving us an average profit of $19.22 and an average loss of 29 and 3 cents. Now, to achieve these kind of results on a real trading account, it is recommended that you use a virtual private server. The reason for this is you're able to be connected to your broker constantly and with a low latency. This is crucially important for these high volume or high frequency style bots. Now, I hope that you learned something new about Gold Stuff EA. And if you want to learn more about how to become a successful Forex robot trader, feel free to watch the following playlist. Until next time, happy trading. Bye.